If you've been drawing animals for months, maybe even years, then this video is for you. And I want you to know something straight away. Feeling frustrated doesn't mean that you're bad at drawing animals. In fact, it usually means that you care and that you're closer to improving than you actually think. A lot of artists feel this way, particularly towards the end of the year, and they look back over their work and they think, okay, I've practiced loads, but why don't these drawings look the way that I want them to? And that feeling is incredibly common. I can't stress that. And it's definitely not a sign that you're going backwards. Most of the time, it's a sign that your eye is actually improving faster than your hand. When that gap shows up, it can feel really frustrating and even discouraging. Here's the important part. Most artists don't struggle because they lack talent, discipline, motivation, determination. They're struggling because they're focusing on the wrong things at the wrong time. A lot of people try and fix their animal drawings by focusing on super tiny details or memorizing anatomy or copying reference photos super carefully. But if the underlying structure isn't actually clear, none of that helps. What most artists really need isn't more practice, it's just a clearer way of seeing animals. I went through this exact stage myself. For a long time, I thought the solution to drawing better animals was just to study more, practice loads, use loads of different references. And while that helped a little bit, it didn't actually solve the core problem. Real change happened when I stopped trying to draw animals the way I thought they should look and started observing a lot more carefully and breaking them down into simple shapes and relationships. And this is particularly the case when you're drawing from life and you've got an animal that's moving, because let's face it, animals don't like to keep still unless they're sleeping. So progress didn't happen by drawing harder, it came from drawing simpler and understanding what actually matters. So if you're feeling stuck right now, here are a few things that I want you to keep in mind. Number one, you don't have to finish every single drawing. Unfinished drawings are where the magic happens, and it's where you learn the most. So just keep a sketchbook handy all the time where you can just doodle, a little biro next to you, by your bed. Just doodle and sketch whenever you feel like. Number two, spend most time on the first 30% of your drawing. Once you get the basic structure right, then that means so much more than anything else. And number three, judge your drawings by clarity, not polish. So what I find might actually help is switching to a different medium. I like to use charcoal. It means that I don't get bogged down in the tiny details. If you're anything like me and you're a perfectionist, you will love just drawing those details, but if the basic structure's all wrong, you end up looking with a really weird kind of animal with super detailed features and the body's all wrong. So yeah, something like charcoal where it doesn't allow you to do quite so much detail on it. Also, I like to use a tablet with a stylus, and that's really useful when I'm out and about and I just want to jot something down. I can just look at the basic shape of an animal and just doodle it down, and that is it. And also I use Adobe Fresco, which is actually free. It comes with simple shapes, so you've got circles there, you've got all the basic shapes that you need to kind of do the composition of your drawing very quickly. Remember, a simple drawing that feels solid is so much more valuable than a detailed one that looks really uncertain. You don't need to fix everything at once, just one step at a time. And as we move into the new year, I want to help reset how you approach drawing animals. Not with pressure, not with unrealistic expectations, just a clear system that helps you build confidence. In January, I'll be sharing something structured that's designed to help you stop guessing and start understanding how to draw animals one step at a time. And if you want to be the kind of artist that can look at any animal and know exactly where to start, then make sure you're subscribed. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Where do you feel the most stuck right now when you're drawing animals? Please let me know. I read every single comment and they do help me make better videos for you.